Hello everyone. So this is me, day one, learning speaking English with Danganronpa theories. Okay, the messages around the academy Danganronpa V3. Sorry for my previous post about this. Since I decided that Kokichi wrote the hints to open Renter's Falls with Monokuma backing up, which sounds far-fetched because I've been wondering why Kokichi knows the combine in Renter's lab to write those hints. I agreed that the hints have some meaning behind it, so I'm gonna fix this theory. I'll also show you both Japanese and English versions, evidence to tell my theory is correct, and I'm sure of it. Chapter 2, the first message, English version and Japanese version. Kokichi is the one who wrote this message, no doubt about it, because his words showing that he's already known this message even before Gonta discovered it. He's glad, cause Gonta could find out his message. For what purpose he had to write it, you ask? Since the end of the first trial, Kokichi began to devise of the plan to get everyone to think that he was the mastermind of this killing game, willing to be seen as evil for the sake of ending this madness. So the first message is one part of his plan, but it was written off as insignificant gravity. He left it in the country yard house AK, which later filled it in with more letters as the killing game continued. English version and Japanese version. The purpose of the first message is just a part of Kokichi's plan to make himself suspicious enough to like a mastermind. Kokichi confessed in chapter 5 that he wrote this message to make everyone think he was the mastermind. So I don't have other opinions about it. Let's leave it aside and continue with the next message. Chapter 6, the second message. Now we see the second message seems very different and more important whenever you look at the words. This isn't a will. On the envelope, more than that, Kokichi left this message in case his plan to ruin the killing game failed. So it definitely has a meaning inside. Shuichi thinks that Kokichi did write it, and it seems as though the message is incomplete. Unlike the first one, which has a meaning to implement Kokichi's mastermind plan, so if the second message is incomplete, what would you think it will be? Well, this is just my theory, but I think it is the hint toward the mastermind, towards the mastermind. And what could be I don't know it means. I personally think it is Blackened and Kirowa. So the full complete message would be twins Blackened and Kirowa Futego. The Blackened as the twin. Twins Blackened can be seen as the twin is the Blackened, which implies the Blackened is a twin of someone. Which case you ask? The case one, of course. Since it is the only case having the wrong Blackened. In other words, Kokichi implies the true Blackened of case 1 is Kaede's twin and also the mastermind. So the Blackened has a twin, same as meaning it's mean Kaede has a twin. If you ask me why he had to write the message incompletely, I'd say he wrote so to lowering the change the mastermind would figure it out. Why isn't the person he implying Tsumugi? Because we have no evidence showing Tsumugi has a twin, and there's a reason I think Tsumugi can't be the Blackened killing Rentaro. Read here to know why. We were informed there is only one person who is told having a twin. That is Kaede. To know who Kaede's twin is, read link 1 and link 2. So why the messages Kokichi left can unlock Rentaro's faults? We know that Rentaro's lab hadn't been built yet in chapter 2, so Kokichi had no way to get in Rentaro's lab, much less he wrote the hints to unlock the vaults. Therefore, Kokichi's message aren't meant to unlock the vaults from the start. Kokichi just took Kokichi's message. Monokuma just took Kokichi's message into the hints, unlocking the puzzle in Rantero's lab. That's why Monokuma made the rule of the lab will remain closed if a student dies before their ultimate research lab is opened. And this rule goes for now here. Monokuma even claimed this is the first time he mentioned it, because Monokuma predicted Kokichi would write another message after his plan failed. Thus Monokuma wouldn't let anyone entering Rantero's lab until Kokichi writing it. Then Monokuma took Kokichi's second message into the second hint to open Rantero's second vault. So that's all the reason I could think of Monokuma making the vaults based on Kokichi's message left behind for everyone, and getting they think those are just the hints to open Rantero's vaults. No more, no less. But they never thought that Kokichi's second message has a deep meaning inside, which was meant to expose the mastermind true identity. Kokichi never wrote this message to unlock the vaults. It just happened to become Monokuma's intention. In case you ask me if Kokichi knows the true background of Case 1, why didn't he tell everyone? Well, I think Kokichi just knows the background is a twin of Kaede, but he doesn't know who that person is. As he stated in chapter 5 it's clear